Alright, welcome back to the Game Smash Podcast. As always, I'm your host, William Liberty, and with me is...
Boaz Muhammad Yusuf.
And boy, we got a lot to talk about. This is going to be a long podcast. We're just going to skip what we played this week and just go straight into it. So, E3 is happening. Bunch of news, just crap tons of reveals, everything. Everything's getting revealed. You know, it's bananas. It's chaos. But we're going to talk about, for now, we're going to talk about the Bethesda conference. We're going to talk about the Xbox conference. We're going to talk about the EA conference, the Sony conference, and the Nintendo Digital event, while also probably going to mention the Nintendo World Championship. And then we're going to grade how we thought everyone did so far. All right, so let's get started. So Bethesda, right out of the gate. Bam. So Doom, we got ourselves the official Doom trailer. Lots of guns, lots of explosions, lots of action. My personal favorite thing of that entire trailer reveal was seeing him grab the guy's foot and smashing it into his face. Like, that was the best. That was like, yes, more of that. More ridiculous stuff like that. But yeah, what did you think about Doom from what they shown?
I thought it looked really good. I felt like it's because when games get remade or like when games get rebooted after a long time, there's always this issue like what happened with Turok, where the game it stops looking like Turok and starts looking like it starts trying. It doesn't look like a modern version of Turok. It looks like a modern shooter, you know, like Turok became Halo, right? So right. I was watching it and it looked like Doom. It looked like it looked like what Doom should look like in 2015. Right, you know, right. It didn't look out. The gameplay didn't look outdated in my opinion. You know, like in fact, it still looked old, but because we haven't had a shooter like that in so long. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's going to feel new. You feel me?
Yeah.
It looked like a lot of fun. And it also made me realize something that a lot of shooters have cut out, and that's enemy types.
Yeah.
Because I started thinking back to Doom, right? And I remember that you needed different strategies depending on what demons you were facing. You know?
Yeah.
Other really cool thing about the trailer was that Doom 2, like most people, Doom 2 was one of the first video games I ever played, right? So I could actually recognize a lot of the demons.
Yeah. A lot of nostalgia was definitely put into the trailer. For sure.
Yeah. Despite the fact that they were all HD'd up and, you know, they looked very modern and 3D, I still recognized a lot of them. But yeah, you know, like though, you know, you had different strategies and you needed different weapons for different types of demons. Yeah. So I'm actually really looking forward to trying that out. At the very least, I'm looking forward to trying out the beta.
I was really surprised by a lot of the stuff they shown in the Doom trailer. It was pretty good. One thing I wanted to point out: every weapon felt like it had kick. Like, it felt like it had, you know, it wasn't just like, you know, it didn't feel like, oh, I'm just shooting, like, little pillows at the enemies. It felt like every weapon had a massive, like, kick to it, which is something that I really, really did like. And the assassination kind of, like, melee beatdown stuff was also really, really great. I like that as well.
A little God of War.
A little God of War. The only thing that I will say is that I feel like maybe they showed, I feel like maybe they should have just shown the just the level inside the base, because like I felt like, okay, maybe this is too much. Like, I know it sounds weird, but I felt like when they went and they showed off the hellscape, I was like, okay, I think we're good, you know.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Mm-hmm. When they were showing the hell level, I was like, are they going to show a new feature here? I didn't see the point. Yeah, because, you know, they came out, they showed the base level,
Yeah.
It was awesome. You know, the reception was cool. Then they showed a multiplayer trailer, and they were like, okay, we're also gonna have a I forget what it's called, like Snap Map or something
Oh, it
like
was
that, where you
yeah,
can
it was basically like their own version of like Forge World, essentially.
yeah, where you can build your own game modes. And I was like, okay, that's really cool too. You can build your own maps and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And then they were like, oh yeah, and then here, check out another trailer. And then it was more gameplay, but it was pretty much like they didn't show any new weapons. They didn't really show any new enemies. They didn't show any
They
new
showed
features.
off
So yeah,
they showed off one new weapon, but honestly, it was almost as if like it was very similar in a lot of ways to what they had shown like 2 seconds
yeah,
ago.
yeah. So yeah, I completely agree. It's the second trailer wasn't necessary. But either
Mm-hmm.
way, it was a really good
Mm-hmm.
trailer, and it started their press conference the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they moved on to I think Dishonored
Yeah,
after
yeah,
that.
yeah. I think it was Dishonored, and Dishonored 2. Dishonored 2
Yeah.
got its reveal. So I haven't actually played any Dishonored, but when I was watching the trailer, I was like, huh, this like a lot of these like designs are really kind of interesting, like the robot designs with like their ceramic masks and whatnot. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this looks really kind of cool and artsy. I was like I should probably get on. I should probably get on to playing Dishonored because I never got around to playing it. And then literally seconds after I said that, Dishonored Definitive Edition. I was like, oh well, there you go, problem solved.
Yeah, I'm actually very mad about this because I bought Dishonored not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Then Dishonored became free on PlayStation Plus like a couple weeks after that.
Yeah.
And now Dishonored Definitive Edition has been announced. So I'm like, I literally picked the worst
Worst
possible
time.
time to buy Dishonored on the PS3.
That is
But
hilarious.
we'll see. Yeah, Dishonored 2. We didn't see any gameplay, unfortunately, and the game itself leaked prior to Bethesda's press conference. Did you see the clip where Bethesda accidentally leaked Dishonored 2?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh my god, it is so funny. It's an audio clip, and they're talking about how they're going to do the presentation, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're just talking about how you'll do this, you'll do that, and blah blah blah. And then one person is like, "Dudes, there's a mic picking you guys up, right?" And then he starts laughing. He's like, "Ha ha." Dude's like, "No, I'm serious." Yes. And then the clip just cuts. It's like, oh my god, this is gold. But yeah,
That's funny.
Dishonored
I
2
gotta
leaked.
find that clip. That sounds
Yeah.
hilarious.
And honestly, even if it didn't leak, I was like, okay, Bethesda having a press conference. We know Doom is going to be there. We know Fallout 4 is going to be there. What else are they going to fill it out with? I'm like, Dishonored 2, obviously. Dishonored, they've already said that Dishonored is going to, they already said that Dishonored was going to become a franchise for them.
Yeah.
It's been like 3 years since the last Dishonored.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, it makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. Dishonored 2. So I was completely expecting it. So even if it didn't leak, it made sense. Then they showed
Yeah.
off Battle Cry, a game I didn't really know a whole lot about prior to their press conference. And I still don't know a whole lot about after their press
I mean,
conference.
like we talked about this. Like everyone's making like a Team Fortressy game. Like we're
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
Overwatch, we're getting Battleborn, now Battle Cry. Like it's just
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
weird. It's weird to me that this is starting now. Like because
You're right, actually.
I guess Overwatch was the domino that started hitting everything else and started putting everything into effect. But it's
But
really weird.
Battleborn was the first one to get announced of those three.
Okay, I guess that's true. Yeah, I always forget that because I feel like
Yeah, this is
Overwatch
the
did.
second time
You know what?
I've
I think
said that.
Overwatch got more coverage than Battleborn because Battleborn got announced, but we didn't see anything.
Yeah, because I mean, Overwatch is Bethesda. Bethesda are Bethesda. Like, and then
Mhm.
Battleborn, they haven't shown a lot of it. They have a gameplay thing on it on GameSpot that I'm gonna check out
Mhm.
after this. But yeah, Battleborn they haven't shown a lot of footage, and then Battle Cry has been under wraps. Most even the IGN people who were talking about it, and they were like, yeah, I don't really know a whole lot about this game, and then they showed a little bit of it, but not a whole lot at the press conference. So I'm
Yeah.
not going to talk about it too much. I'm done. Let's move on.
All right, now before we go to the big one, the big game that everyone's talking about, I gotta talk about so they showed off a little bit Elder Scrolls Online, and we're talking about Elder Scrolls Online, yada yada yada. It's coming to the PS4, Xbox One. My friend got it, and he was happy. But immediately after that, they show off this trailer that I swear I've seen before. They did it shot for shot remake trailer of the Hearthstone just with Elder Scrolls characters and announced that they were making their own like trading strategy card game.
I was like, wow,
I
Bethesda.
I was speechless because it wasn't okay. Here's the thing, like we talked about all those weeks ago. Like Magic the Gathering came out with their own kind of like Hearthstone spin. At least they didn't go shot for shot with the trailer. Like I was like I couldn't believe how like shameless it was. It was
pretty shameless.
It was pretty damn shameless. Like they weren't even trying to hide the fact they're going to try and rip off Hearthstone or at least try and copy it. Like they just said, "Fuck it, let's just like copy this shit. We're gonna save ourselves a couple hours of work. Let's go home and play or build a Fallout 4."
You know what's funny is I didn't realize how popular Hearthstone was until this E3 because Elder Scrolls have their own card game. Magic the Gathering announced that they're rebooting their game and they're gonna make it more like Hearthstone. I mean, they didn't say those words exactly, but they're making it more like Hearthstone. Apparently, EA announced a Star Wars collectible card game as well.
Dear Lord.
Yeah. So yeah. The market is because I mean like I have a lot of respect for Blizzard for what they did with Hearthstone. Because like Magic the Gathering were a bunch of idiots. They came out, the market was
Dry.
empty.
Yeah.
And then instead of giving people what they wanted, they kept giving us a muted version. So then Blizzard saw this. They gave us pretty much, they gave us full deck building, all that stuff. And now everybody's copying Blizzard stuff. And I'm like, like the fact that Magic, this is your thing. The fact that you guys are copying Blizzard is embarrassing. But let's not spend too much time talking about this. Moving on to the big one. I love how they presented this. The dude comes on stage and he's like, "Okay, I think we're done." And the crowd is like, "Nah."
That was pretty good. I like that.
He's like, "What? We've covered everything, I think." He's like, and then Todd Howard comes out and he's talking, and then he shows us concept art, and I'm like, bro, I did not watch this press conference for concept art. But yeah, then they finally showed up Fallout 4, and it looks amazing.
It looks good. It looks really goddamn good. Actually, you know what I found interesting is that the graphics, they came out a lot better in this than they did in the trailer.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. It looks so much better. The lighting is amazing. The character is voiced. That's it's so weird.
It's weird, but then I thought about it and it's like, you know what? I actually kind of like it. I like the fact that they're kind of going with a Shepard or Geralt of Rivia kind of way of doing it, because it gives me a little bit of an emotional attachment to the person I'm playing as, because I this was something that I had a problem with some of the other Fallout games, is that I would be like a character that never moved its mouth and just sort of just stared blankly into other characters' faces.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So I actually do kind of like this, and I think it's batshit crazy that they apparently pre-recorded like a ton of very common names for your kid.
Yeah, that is intense. Then there was the crafting system.
Yeah.
You can craft different weapons. You can craft different armors.
Yeah.
Another thing, one thing of note that they didn't talk about explicitly in the press conference, but I feel like the what are the armors called again? I forget.
Power armor.
Yeah, the power. Duh. The power armors. They're not. You know how in Fallout 3 it was just armor, right? You just wore it the same way you could wear power armor, or you could wear your Vault 101 outfit, right?
Yeah.
I feel like in this game the power armors are actually armor.
Yeah.
That because when he got into the power armor, first of all, he actually got into it.
It wasn't like just click in the menu and then it's just on.
Yeah, he actually entered, and then the HUD changed.
Yeah.
The HUD changed, so I feel like the power armor is actually they're gonna handle it different, which I'm cool with, because the issue one issue that Fallout 3 had was that in Skyrim there's different end game armors, but in Fallout 3 it was power armor. It was always power armor.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing that you would wear that was better than power armor. So I feel like if they handle it in such a way that power armor is its own class of armor, I think that'll open up more variety, more armor, more late game armor variety. Then there was the building your own.
Oh yeah. I gotta talk about this. So I was like, oh, that is such a great idea. So they took the idea of building your own house from Skyrim and said, what if we players the ability to build their own settlements. Will make the UI a whole lot easier to work with, and will basically allow you to link up electricity to lights, turrets, build defenses. You'll have to hire guards to be on guard duty to keep your settlement safe from raiders and whatnot. And I was watching with my friend, and they showed off the little light box thing, so you can actually create little pixel art with your settlement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They had a little Pip-Boy, pixel art, and then I was watching it with my friend, and my friend just goes, "Oh dear God, there's gonna be so many dicks." I just started laughing so hard. I was just like, "Oh God, with great power comes great responsibility." So I was just like, oh God, but I was really impressed with what they've shown so far. I like the fact that you actually have to get into your power armor almost like a vehicle, weirdly enough.
Yeah, you could call down a helicopter. This game, it looks like it's so ambitious. I'm actually worried.
Ah, okay, yes.
Don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
But I was just watching it and I'm like, this is if this was any company but Bethesda, I'd be a lot more worried about this game. But and then the big surprise. Did I call it, Tanner?
Yes, it's coming out this year in in October, I think.
Yeah, no, November.
Damn
November
it.
10th.
Okay, November. Okay.
Yeah,
I almost thought that they were gonna release it on the exact same date as Skyrim, 11/11/11. Well, they couldn't do that.
Well, not 11/11. It'll be 11/11/15
or something like that. That's what I thought.
They probably would have done that, but the 10th is Tuesday.
Yeah, you know what? That's right.
Yeah, if the 11th was Tuesday, it would have been 11/11/15. Yeah. But yeah, oh my God. Yeah. Fallout 4.
Before we forget to mention, he announced the Pip-Boy collection.
Oh yeah.
And my response to that was he was like, all right, so I know that double screen, two screen experiences are fucking stupid. But yeah, he literally said that, and I was laughing my ass off. I was like, wow, you're awesome, Todd. But he said,
stupid.
Yeah, this is gonna be the best stupid thing in the world, in which you have a Pip-Boy and you can literally use your Pip-Boy, you hook up your iPhone with an app and it just connects to your game. And I was just like, I literally just shouted out, fuck. And my friend was beside me like, what? I'm gonna have to buy this now.
Hurry up, man. I hear they're selling out.
Yeah, I better go. I tried to go into the store, and the store was down for maintenance. And I was like, yeah, the store just fucking blew up when you announced that thing.
But yeah, man, shit is crazy. Shit is crazy.
But yeah, really happy with what they've shown with Fallout 4. Overall, I think Bethesda did a pretty damn good job with their conference. It was a lot of really cool stuff. Definitely was impressed from what they showed. But I think we're gonna have to move on. The Xbox conference is next on our list.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll start out with Halo 5 Guardians. They dropped that down. Looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. It's funny because Master Chief wasn't even in the demo.
Yeah.
He wasn't even in the stage demo. It was Spartan Locke and his team, who, by the way, look amazing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like Nathan Fillion. He looks like Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, he looks like Nathan Fillion. I know that sounds realistically that does sound weird. Dude, Nathan Fillion looks like Nathan Fillion. This is unbelievable.
And dudes are these dudes are a bunch of idiots. But yeah, man, the graphics are intense. It was Halo, so nothing really new there. You can control your squad. So it brought back what was that game? Star Wars Republic Commando.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently one of the people that worked on Republic Commando is working on Halo 5 Guardians.
Really?
And I definitely got a vibe for that because apparently each member of the squad have their own abilities. And they're all unique in their own ways,
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, so it brought back. So yeah, Locke is going to have his team of 4 Spartans, and then Master Chief is going to have his team of Spartans as well. And it's going to be. It looks really cool. I think I've always been a fan of plot lines like that happen concurrently.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely. I mean, I don't own an Xbox One. but it looked cool. I can't lie. Then after
Um,
that, sorry.
wait, just one more thing. The coolest thing that I think that they released with Halo 5 Guardians was their multiplayer mode Warzone,
Yeah,
which
that looks.
which is basically red team, blue team, and all the enemies from the game are in this mode, and I'm just like, oh, that sounds awesome. That's gonna be like chaos. Like, imagine if there's like you had to go. There was two teams had to go into like an AI base that was protected by like hunters and brutes, grab a flag and bring it back, and it was like a constant fight to bring it back to your base.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah. I watched like a vidoc about it, and it looks intense. Like
Yeah.
each base, it's red versus blue, and then there's AI control enemies. It's the first team to get to 1,000 points, and
Yeah.
I'm guessing killing enemies, killing people does that. But then
Yeah.
also, like if your team is really really far behind, you can attack your opponent's base, and in your opponent's base there's like a power core. If you destroy the power core,
Yeah.
that's another way to win. So if you're really far behind on points, there's still that, and then there's different bases that you can capture, and the bases like there's an armory you can capture, and the armory allows you to spawn specific vehicles and all that stuff. And
Right.
it sounds like a really 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 fun mode. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
12 versus 12. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be a pretty cool mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move on to the next game. Yeah, I'll lend this to you, Fawaz. So what was the next game?
Recore, not
Yeah,
record.
not record like I poorly mispronounced earlier.
Yeah, so it's a game by Keiji Inafune, the dude behind Mega Man,
Yep.
and the team behind Metroid. So,
Yeah.
it's we didn't see any gameplay, but it's coming out spring 2016. So we're probably going to see gameplay at like Gamescom or something. We're
Yeah.
going to see gameplay soon, that's for sure.
Okay.
I read a little blurb about it's gonna be a lot of whew, there's
You
gonna
can
be
do it, Fawaz. I believe.
exploration, and it's a female protagonist,
Yeah.
and she can go around recruiting all these little robots to help her out. So there was the little dog in the trailer,
Yeah.
and the big robot at the end of the trailer. But
Yeah.
apparently there's a bunch of different robots. Each one has different abilities that she can recruit, which thinking about it now gives me a cameo vibe.
Yeah, that there was somebody I watched a feed of someone thinking that, oh, this is Rare's new game. It's Cameo. Like, that there was a Cameo vibe to it for sure. I did like it. I like the little robot dog. I like the fact that it's like an orb that she carries around and puts into other robots. I
Yeah,
like.
aesthetically it looked really cool, and it's something very different from Microsoft. If only visual, because I mean we don't know the gameplay yet, right? It might be another cover-based shooter,
Yeah.
but like just aesthetically speaking, it's very different for Microsoft.
Yeah.
And I applaud them for that. It's a really cool looking new IP, and yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. I wish there had been gameplay, but hey, you got to save something for Gamescom apparently.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah.
But let's go on to that other big announcement. Microsoft announced backwards compatibility. They are working
my God.
on compatibility for a bunch of the Xbox 360 games for the Xbox One, and it should be hopefully coming this holiday to everyone.
Yeah, fall 2015, the backwards compatibility is going to hit the Xbox One. My jaw literally dropped when this happened.
Yeah,
because
I was really
I didn't think it was possible. And I applaud them for doing it, because like I didn't realize how big of a deal backwards compatibility would be until Microsoft announced it, and I was like, man, I was just thinking of all the games, because like there's a lot of games I don't play right now, not because I don't like them, but because of all the trouble of
setting up, resetting up.
yeah, switching between my PS4 and my PS3. The only game I really play on my PS3 is Guilty Gear, and that's because my PS3 stick doesn't work with my PS4.
Right.
I would have just bought the PS4 version of that. But like Skyrim, for example, switching between consoles, Dishonored. One of the reasons why I barely played Dishonored was because I got it around the time I got a PS4.
Right.
This would be really cool. It's really cool for the Xbox people. I mean, unfortunately, the Xbox doesn't have as nice of a back catalog as the PS3, because towards the end of the Xbox 360, Microsoft kind of phoned it in.
Yeah.
But still, it's
still
really
a decent lineup at the very
least. Yeah, it's a really cool announcement, and I applaud Microsoft, because I read how they do it. It's emulated, and it does not sound like it was easy to do.
Yeah.
So I applaud them for doing that.
The only thing that I think is concerning is like what like officially what games are going to work and what games are not. You know what I mean? Like, is there going to be like, oh, if you put that game in the Xbox One, it will literally just crash. You know, like that's the only thing that concerns me. But other than that, I do think this is a really cool announcement, and I think it's definitely like the people in the audience were really damn happy. I think they were more happy about this than most of the trailers in the entire conference.
That's funny. That's funny. Then Todd Howard came on stage actually. A little bit after that, he showed off a Fallout 4 demo that looked very similar to the one that he showed off.
It was a little bit different. It was a little bit different.
Yeah, it got different towards the end, but at first I was like, is this dude really showing the exact same, like what? But then, and then he also announced that Fallout 4 is going to support mods.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
there was a little announcement that he glazed over. Fallout 4 for the Xbox One is going to have Fallout 3 in it.
Really?
Yeah, it came up on the screen. He didn't actually announce it, but it's going to have Fallout 3 in it, and then Fallout 4 is going to support mods on the Xbox One and the PS4. It's going to come on the Xbox One first, but eventually it's going to come to the PS4. So yeah, mod support. That is intense.
Yeah,
that is intense.
Well, I guess you know what? I guess it does make sense because I guess Bethesda realized how big the modding community for Skyrim was.
Yeah.
And how Skyrim like just kept going for like years and years and years because like the modding community was making better DLC than freaking Bethesda was. So like it was kind of insane. So I'm glad that they realized, you know, these guys could do a better job than we ever could. So let's make sure that they can at least attempt to mod this on the consoles.
Yeah. So I mean, we can't mod it on consoles, but we can download mods, which I guess is fine because I wasn't planning on making any mods anytime soon. So that works fine for me. In fact, this is perfect because other people will do all the work and I can just reap the rewards, right?
Yeah.
So that was a really cool thing. Then they quickly touched on Forza 6. I don't really have anything to say about that. It looks amazing graphically, but were you just snoring?
What? Oh, yeah, Forza, yeah.
But it's a racing sim, so I don't really care. Then they showed off Gigantic.
Okay, Gigantic.
It's a MOBA, so it's kind of like League of Legends, and it graphically, it looks amazing. Like I always say, and I joke about this all the time, the moment you show me a game that has more than 2 colors, I'm already excited.
Yeah. Gigantic actually looks really cool.
It looks really cool.
I like that Falcon dude with it was like a mix between a falcon and an owl or something like that.
Yeah, he looked cool.
He looked really cool. I liked him.
I liked the big dude, the one with like he was like a lava-ish rhinoceros demon-looking guy. But yeah, it definitely looks looks interesting. It's gonna be free to play, so you there's no great loss there. And then Rare came up.
Yep. Rare Collection or Rare Replay, bunch of Rare games.
So it's gonna be 30 games for $30, which is an amazing deal because honestly, I would pay $30 just to replay Viva Pinata alone.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So out the gate, I'm sold. Well, I guess I'm not actually sold because I don't own an Xbox One.
Yeah. But still, a really, really good announcement.
And it's coming out in August, which is like a really, really dead month. So that's really good for Microsoft. However, like when the game was announced, I won't lie, I was pissed because I was like, this better not be the only thing Rare has been working on.
Yeah, I was really worried that I was like, are you guys just gonna like Rare Replay? All right, we're done here. And I'm like, are you guys serious? Like I was really worried that was about to happen.
But then they announced Sea of Thieves, which is like a pirate MMO.
Yeah.
And I was like, it looked so cool. First of all, we don't have enough pirate games. Like, we barely have any pirate games.
Yeah, we don't have many good pirate games. I think the only really good one I can think of is Assassin's Creed 4. Like, honestly.
And when the only good pirate game is a game that isn't even primarily a pirate game, you know that's a genre that needs more love.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a pirate MMO. They didn't really give too many details about it. It's coming out in 2016, so we're going to find out more, probably at Gamescom again.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they didn't give too many details about it. What I could get from the trailer is that, you know, you can form your little pirate crew, have your ship. You can kick people out of your crew if, you know, they're not holding their weight, because they made that dude walk the plank. Right. And then you can run into other pirate crews in their ships and have little battles and stuff like that.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool idea. I can't wait to see more gameplay of it. But just let me just say that it just feels good to see Rare making actual games.
Yeah. Like I there were a couple of people that were complaining, why not Banjo 3? And I'm just like, you know what? Let's just let them make at least one game before they fuck up their franchises even more. Like just like, but yeah, I am excited that they are working on a game. It does look really interesting. I like the atmosphere from the trailer, and yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised. I was a little bit disappointed because I was kind of hoping for a Battletoads reboot, but you know what? I think I got something pretty cool nonetheless.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry. Before I forget, one last thing about Rare Replay that I forgot to mention is that apparently the game is going to have a documentary about Rare on it.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to have little challenges. So it'll take a specific section of a specific Rare game and have you do a specific thing. Clear this section without getting hit, or do this one section of Perfect Dark Zero without alerting any guards, something like that. So it's gonna have little challenges there. So it's gonna be more than just we're gonna take all these games and port them.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So there is that. But honestly, that was exciting. I was really glad to hear that. And then I think the only other thing was the Gears Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, let's wrap up with Gears Definitive and Gears 4.
Gears 4 looked very mediocre. I can't lie. I was very disappointed in the Gears 4 presentation because it just looked like Gears 1, 2, 3. It just looked like Gears 1, 2, and 3. Like there was.
Don't forget. Shit. What was it? No. Was it Judgment or?
It was Judgment, and I fully intend to forget Judgment. Thank you very much, Tana.
I had to break it up. I'm just saying, it does exist.
They weren't even using new weapons. It was the exact same. I mean, obviously it was. The game isn't coming out till next year, so there's still time for them to show off more stuff. But at the moment, Gears 4 did not look very, very enticing.
Yeah. Here's the problem I have. You ended it with Gears 3. It's done. It's over with. You finished the story. You finished pretty much everything that could have been wrapped up in Gears 3, pretty much. And so I don't know why the hell they thought, yo guys, we gotta make Gears 4 Judgment, then we gotta make Gears 4. It's like this is a series that should not have been going this long.
Here's my rebuttal to that.
Okay.
They ended it in Halo 3. They ended it in Uncharted 3. They ended it in God of War 3.
Yeah, no, I know. This is a problem. This is a problem I have not just with Gears, but it's a problem I have with a bunch of different games.
No, I completely agree with you in that regard. Halo 4 shouldn't have existed. God of War Judgment, Gears of War Judgment shouldn't have existed. God of War Ascension shouldn't have existed. And you already know how I feel about Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, I completely agree with you. These studios should have moved on to other games. Granted, unless I'm mistaken, Gears 4 isn't actually being made by Epic. It's being made by Black Tusk Studio.
Yeah.
But I was hoping since a new studio was making it, that they'd spruce it up a little bit, but apparently not. It looks like same old Gears.
Same old
Gears. But anyway, other than that, I think, and then Gears of War Ultimate Edition is coming out later this year as well. It's going to be just Gears 1, which is kind of disappointing because Gears 2 was my favorite.
Gears 2 was my favorite as well.
I think Gears 2 was everyone's favorite, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So I'd have really liked a Gears 2 remake, but honestly, so long, if it has Gears 2's multiplayer, it won't matter. If it has all the multiplayer modes from Gears 2 and all that stuff, it really won't matter. So, we'll see. Overall, though, I think Microsoft had a very strong press conference. Like, literally, the press conference finished, and I'm genuinely considering buying an Xbox One come this fall.
It was a solid conference. Like, there wasn't a whole lot of, bullshit happenings or whatnot. It was pretty damn good.
And here's one thing that Microsoft did, and I'll get into this in more depth when we get to Sony's thing. But Microsoft, they also touched on Tomb Raider, but whatever. Microsoft were very, completely forgot about that. Microsoft were very, very clear about the games. When the game gets announced, right before the game's trailer comes up, they're like Xbox exclusive. Period, right?
Yeah, except when they were trying to parade Tomb Raider around. But other than that, they did.
Uh-huh. Whereas Sony, which I'll get into in more detail, I won't talk about it, was not very clear about any of that. Yeah. Oh, another thing was that they had this really cool trailer to start their press conference that used the Man of Steel theme, and it was so cool. I was like, is that the Man of Steel theme? Oh my God, it is. This is a nice trailer. I can't lie. But yeah, man, I was very impressed.
So, definitely moving on to being impressed. So there was the EA conference very soon after.
Oh my God.
Now, before we start talking about it, I have to talk about it. Mass Effect. I got my Mass Effect. I know you wanted gameplay, but I just wanted something. I wanted a trailer, like I talked about last year. Give us a cinematic trailer at the very least, and I got my cinematic trailer, so I was like,
it was a very good trailer.
I was okay with that. The weird thing about it though is that I was fucking puzzled for the first like 45 seconds because Johnny Cash is singing Ghost Rider, and it's like space shots, like going through like different worlds, and I'm like, the fuck is this? Is this like a space western? Is this like a whole new IP? Like, what the hell is this? And as soon as he turned around and I saw N7, I was like, it's Mass Effect. It's Mass Effect. And I'm the one thing I will say that's kind of interesting though is that it's not Mass Effect 4, it's Mass Effect Andromeda, which makes me think that could this possibly be just one game? Like, it's not like going to be a separate trilogy. Is it just going to be like one complete story in one game? So that would be interesting.
You're a funny guy, Tyler.
I know. It's EA, so I don't know why I'm expecting that. But it was just something that kind of weirded me out because it's weird how they go 1, 2, and 3, and then it just goes to Andromeda. But nonetheless, that's what I was happy with. But the rest was kind of a shit show. Like, I'll let you get into it.
Let me just start this off by saying that I'm never watching an EA press conference ever again. Ever. I literally fell asleep.
Oh, when they started talking about Need for Speed, I fucking just, I tuned
The Need for Speed actually looked good. That's the thing. It's everything, because they spent like 45 minutes talking about sports games. These are annualized games. These are games that come out every single year. You don't need to spend that much time talking about them. Like, my friend had to wake me up when Mirror's Edge 2 was coming on, and then Mirror's Edge comes on, and they barely show us any gameplay. And then it's like, oh, well, that's good. Oh, you get like that was okay. Battlefront looked amazing.
Yeah, Battlefront looked good. Like the Hoff stuff.
Yeah. It looked amazing. Like I complain about everything. I have nothing to complain about.
Oh, one thing I've also noticed that there are all these rumors that you weren't going to be able to control the AT-ATs.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's a load of bullshit because he's clearly controlling the AT-AT.
No, he wasn't controlling the AT-AT. He was controlling the other one, the really, really big one.
Yeah, what is
the big one called?
I thought it was an AT-AT.
I thought the AT-AT were the small walker. Man, my little sister would be so ashamed of me right now.
Oh, God. Like, my Star Wars friend right now is just pulling his hair out. Like,
okay, no, you're right.
Idiots.
You can't... those are the AT-ATs. I was talking about the smaller ones.
The smaller ones. They're just like the walkers.
Control the AT-ATs.
Yeah.
But, no, what they said was that you'd be on rails.
Oh, okay. But still,
you don't control where it walks.
That's better than nothing. Like...
Yeah. But yeah, overall, it looked really good. But God, that was a horrible press conference. Like, just poor pacing, and then everybody comes out and just babbles on. Like, yeah. I hate when people do that. This is another reason why I really, really liked Microsoft press conference, because they show you the trailer, and then the dude comes out afterwards and he talks about the game, right?
Right.
The pacing was really spot on. But with this, it's like, okay, it's time for Mirror's Edge Catalyst. This lady comes out and she just starts babbling. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't care. I literally do not care about anything you have to say. I want to see Mirror's Edge gameplay. And they don't even show us gameplay. They show us some story trailer made with in-game footage. I swear to God.
That's our new favorite thing in the world.
In-game footage. Someone says that around me, I just punch them in the face. Straight up. God, like, I mean, anyway, I'm not going to like, I'm not going to put more effort into criticizing their press conference than they obviously put into their press conference.
Yeah.
So I'm done.
Like, I came out of it kind of going, all right, well, but still, I got my Mass Effect, I got some Battlefront actual gameplay. Yeah. So I was actually like, okay, at least they showed me that. But other than that, I still came out of that a little bit sour. So, But moving on to something that wasn't sour, it was the most 100% not sour at all. I'm going to talk about Sony. Now I have to.
Actually, we skipped Ubisoft.
Fuck, I didn't watch Ubisoft.
Oh. Okay.
So that's our Ubisoft review.
One sec. Let me just do a quick. I'll do a quick thing.
It was probably just Assassin's Creed, and
it actually wasn't bad. It was actually really good. They announced this new game called For Honor, which is like a third-person action. It was like a hack and slash, but then it had multiplayer in it, and you should definitely check it out.
Yeah.
It's. I was watching it thinking this is probably what Rise should have been. They announced a new Ghost Recon Wildlands. It looks really good. They showed off some Assassin's. They didn't spend too much time on Assassin's Creed, which I appreciated because I was like, you know what, we know this game is coming.
We already know. It's a lot of it's already been revealed at this point.
Yeah. They showed a new mode. They showed a Terra Hunt for Rainbow Six. Which brought back very fun memories of me and you. Yeah.
So many fun memories.
But yeah, so they brought that. They brought that mode back. They showed off a sequel to Stick of Truth, which was South Park Fractured but Whole. Yeah.
Which is the whole the Coon trilogy and whatnot, and
so that looks really good. Okay, that's
but I remember seeing a couple clips from that, so it probably wasn't that bad. It was probably way better than the friggin' EA conference.
It was. I really enjoyed it actually, and it was well paced too. There was this one scene where Jason Derulo comes out and dances, but it didn't, which was kind of whack, but it was okay. It wasn't bad. But anyway, let's move on because you're obviously itching to talk about Sony. I'll let you go first.
All right.